So here's my live search bar. I'm going to start typing characters F, E, D, E, R, E, R. And all rows that contain Federer are highlighted pink. If I add a Q, no more results match. Let's see our results. If you go down, you can pick any row you want. I'll pick this top row. And it gives all the information here. Match ID 24, tournament. We can update this record, delete it, or go back. And all of the information is in here, and we can change that to Moore Park, carpet, the final, the winner, it'll be Brandon Taylor, and I'll leave the rankings the same. Click update, record successfully updated, go to list to view changes. Go to the main page, and you can list all the records. You could also just type in Brandon here. And there it is. I'll click on it again. And since this is false information, I'll just delete that. Match ID 24 has been deleted. Go to list to view changes. So now I'll list all the records, and they're all sequential. And as you can see, 24 has been deleted, so we know that that is gone. Go back to the main page. And we can actually look at our database as well to prove that that information is gone. I'll make the database smaller for you too, so that you don't have to go through 2,500 records. But yeah, as you can see, record 24 here is gone as well. I'll quickly go over the functions that use the Ajax. This request right here is essentially, this request and the opening and sending are what allow the dynamic creation of the results. So for this example, the string right here represents whatever characters we type into that search bar. And if it's not empty, it does this. If it is empty, inside that div, we're just going to have this text. So, onReady state change will, for this function in particular, if the state of this object is 4, which basically means request finished and response ready, and the status is 200, which means OK, then that div, which initially contains this text, will change to this .response text, which is the records that I will show you after this. XML htt.open and XML http.send are necessary in order to send the request to our designated URL. In this case, we're going to be sending this to search.php. This question mark followed by kw equals allows us to assign information to kw. In this case, we're assigning that string. And let's go to where this is being sent, which is search.php. So this is search.php. I've included the script right here CSS. The first thing I do is create the connection to MySQL with my SQLi. These are the standard for the XAMPP server we're on. The database we're using is called ATP World Tour. That is the database that I have created, that I found online. And here is where we take that KW from here. We request that information from KW, and we assign it to this substring. This is the query we're going to be using, SQL equals, and we're selecting all columns from tennis tournaments, and if any of these columns contain a substring or contain parts of the substring from here, they will come up in the table. So if we have any results, then we create the table. And while there are still results that we're fetching from the database, we create a new row. And these are all of the columns for that particular row. You have match ID, tournament, so forth and so on. And once that's done printing, we close the connection. So yeah, that is search.php. It's a similar approach with update.php. I did echo quite a bit here for the form that we need, but here we are also requesting new val here from this function, which is another URL for Ajax. See, this is the same process, except here this code is actually just for in case we're on a certain browser. It will just go here normally, but for browsers like Internet Explorer, sometimes we need to do this. And yeah, so we instantiate it like before, a new object, and like before we open and send the request over to the URL, and this time it's update.php. That is it. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you.